Alright guys, so here we have a match between Eric Cho from Riverside. He's actually the head judge or the TO out there. And versus Emmanuel Jacobs, which came all the way from Tijuana. Eric Co, or Co, I said Cho, didn't I? Sorry. Eric Co is playing Gardevoir, and we have Emmanuel Jacobs playing Registeel, Celesteela. So we have the game here. So Eric Co. I want to say Eric Co. I'm just gonna say Eric. Eric opened up Lele, and he ends up going second. And we have Emmanuel going first, and he opens up type no. He plays a Lele, plays Bridget, gets another type no, gets a Celesteela and a Registeel, and puts those on the bench, and attaches a DC to the type no. Then it's Eric's turn, and he plays an N. So they're going to get a brand new hand. They're going to draw 6 cards, and the game's going to progress from there. So Eric plays Ultra Ball. This card's a Fairy Energy, and I believe that's a Guzma. I can't really tell because of the glare. I am sorry for the glare that you guys can't see the cards either, but yeah, it's where we were sitting, and there's just lighting there. But that's why I'm here, to tell you what is being played. So he gets routes, puts the routes on the bench and passes. Emmanuel then draws for turn and plays an Ultra Ball, discards an Oranguru and a Sycamore, which is interesting because you would think that you would want that Oranguru for late game, but maybe he runs Rescue Stretchers to get those back, but I'm not really sure because I wasn't paying attention to the match. I just let it record. He did play Lele, and he searched, and I wasn't paying attention because it's going way too fast. But yeah, so Eric, he played Guzma, and he knocked out the Rots before. Sorry, that's what happened. And now he has Lele attached to energy. That that type no is actually ready to go. It just needs to evolve into a Sylvally. He plays the max elixir, misses. And he ends up attacking. Eric then proceeds to attaching an energy to Lele. He does have that muscle band on there, that choice band, which it's not really doing anything against this type no. But right now he's doing an optimal of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 times 2, 120. So that should be enough to knock out this Sylvally. So he plays N. He ends up getting a Remoraid, plays a Super Rod, throws back an Energy and a Rods back into the deck. And attacks for the knockout, which that was actually a really, really good move on his part, because now he committed 2 energies to get that type no up and running. So yeah, so here you see the Registeel. He brings up the Registeel, attaches energy to it, and does 30 damage, and attaches energy to the Celesteela on the bench. The confusing thing about Eric's board is that he places his cards across the board, like the bottom part of the board. So every time that I looked over to see what he was doing, I kind of didn't see that he had Pokemon on the bench. So I always thought like, oh no, he's about to get knocked out or dunked. But he always had a Pokemon on the side. I don't know if that's part of his strategy to throw his opponent off, to kind of like put something from vision, from eyesight. But yeah, but I thought it was a really cool thing. So yeah, anyways, he attaches energy to routes and does 60 damage to that Registeel. And he obviously played Bridget to play 3 routes on the bench. But yeah, sorry guys, I'm like talking about like his strategical things and I forget to call the plays. But yeah, so Emmanuel plays Ultra Ball, discards Fighting Memory and a Meta Energy, which that's what you want to do with this deck. You want to discard energies so you can keep using Registeel to energy produce and get energies back onto the bench. But yeah, he ends up getting the Sylvally. He's gonna evolve his type No. He Guzmas up the routes. And he does free retreat because of Sylvally's effect. Lets basic Pokemon do free retreat. Brings up Registeel. Does 30 damage and attaches an energy to Sylvally. So now, and he Guzma'd up routes to knock it out, which is the routes that he had committed an energy to. So yeah, so he brings up this Lele that has 2 energies and a choice band. He digs his deck for an N, plays an N, so they both shuffle. At this point, they're each going to draw 5, I believe. Or no, 5 for Eric and 4 for Emmanuel. But yeah. Eric attaches a choice band. Sorry, the glare. I'm sorry, guys. The glare is bad. Choice band to routes. Retreats. Max potion on the Lele. He has a Gardevoir up. Auxiliary draws for 5. Gets 3 energies, so spring and attach energy for turn. And gets that knockout. Brings up Lele. So Emmanuel brings up Lele. Gets an energy on the Celesteela with the elixir. Attaches an energy manually. And does Rescue Stretcher. There's that Rescue Stretcher. And there's that Oranguru. And he attacks for the knockout. That thing hits hard, guys. And it hits hard for weakness against Fairy. So, very intimidating. Gets another Lele. Gets another N. At this point, like, N is great and all, but it doesn't really do anything to him because he has a Oranguru. But yeah, so he does have this Lele out. He has DC on it. Gets a Curlia, evolves the Rots that's on the bench, draws 5 cards. And then, so this Lele, so he paired out, which is good. To get rid of some things on the bench. I guess he paid the retreat cost and retreated, which doesn't make sense. Why don't you attack? Your opponent has 2 prizes, that's why. And your opponent can one-shot you. So, Manuel ends him to 2. Manuel knocks out this auxiliary. And Eric brings up Curlia. Draws. And they go and they call a game there. But yeah, I think he was trying to like not overextend, but like extend enough to get that knockout on the Celesteela, which I should do my research to know how much HP it has, but I think it's pretty bulky. It's like up there, like 190, I believe. So it had 4 energies, so that's 120. And then I guess Eric needed a Gardevoir, an energy, so 150, and DC, I guess, knockout, 210, right? Yeah, 210. But yeah, I guess that's what he was digging for, but he didn't get it. And I don't know, maybe he didn't have it in his hand, but yeah. Anyways, so they're going to game 2. Let's go to game 2. Eric's going to go first. He gets a routes and plays Lele from his hand, gets Bridget, which is the best opening, and drops 2 routes and a Remoraid. And you can see here, Eric is playing a split. This is when we start noticing that Eric's playing a split of 2-2. 2 psychic routes and 2 fairy routes, which is interesting. I personally didn't play it that way, but to each their own, right? So Emmanuel plays Bridget. He gets Type No, Registeel, and Celesteela, which is like the optimal setup. Attaches energy to Registeel and passes turn. Eric then plays N, which both opponents are going to shuffle their hands and draw a brand new 6 cards. So yeah. Eric, if you're watching this, like, here's just my pro tip. I guess moving forward, don't play N. Like, why would you play N? Like, you're giving your opponent a brand new hand. You're better off playing Sycamore if available to. I get it. You don't want to waste resources and you're trying to save them, but sometimes it's okay. It's okay to throw away junk. But yeah, because later on you're gonna draw it and you're gonna be like, God, I don't need this now. So yeah, just heads up. But yeah. Anyways, our opponent plays Ultra Ball, gets a Sylvally, evolves the type No into Sylvally, attaches an energy to it, and does Max Elixir, gets an energy, is going to put it on Celesteela. Retreats because of Sylvally's effect for free, that Tapu Lele, and comes up with Registeel and attacks for 30 damage and knocks out that Routes because it's weak against Metal. Also attaches an energy to Celesteela. But yeah. Play Super Rod. I guess he threw back in the Routes. And play Sycamore. There we go. It's going to draw 7 cards. Gets that rare candy. Brings out the Gallade, which is perfect right now. Because I think the Registeel has 120. So he's going to one-shot it. Premonition for 5. Looks at those 5 cards. Rearranges them however he wants. Good for him. I'm just kidding. Checks graveyard. Auxiliary draws 3 cards. Evolves a Curlia. Evolves the Routes into a Curlia. And attack for knockout. Cool. So it is now Emmanuel's turn. Emmanuel promoted Lele, which it doesn't really matter because it has a retreat because of Sylvally. Clever girl. No, just kidding. Plays an energy on the Celesteela, which is a DCE. So he is now optimized for attacking. Knocks out that Curlia. He's not letting him have a chance to recover. He's like, nope, you're not setting up any Gardevoirs. So yeah. Attaches DCE to Lele. Attaches Choice Band to Gallade, which is really good. We're about to see some very interesting things right now. That Sylvally is weak against fighting. So this Gallade is going to put in some work right now. And we're about to notice it. So he gets it in with the Lele. Plays the end. So they're both going to shuffle their hands. They're each drawing 5 cards. Well, honestly, I don't remember if this Gallade puts in work. But if I had this Gallade out, oh, best believe it would be putting in work. Premonition for 5. Rearranges them to his liking. It's only going to be able to draw 1 card because his hand is pretty full. Auxiliary for 1. Oh, that's interesting. So the way he tracks his abilities being used is he taps it, which is very interesting. It's kind of like a magic mechanic. Like if you use it, you tap it. This is actually very, 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 very interesting, and I like that. So I'm probably going to start doing that moving forward. Attaches an energy to the Sylvally. I think it's another metal energy. So yeah. And he did 130 to this Celesteela. Emmanuel played Sycamore, draws 7 cards. Ultra Ball. Discards Acerola and something else I didn't see because these cards are behind other cards. Bam. He gets the Kartana. He's going to play the Kartana, discard the energy from the Lele. I guess he saw the Lele as kind of a threat. And I guess it makes sense because now he can bring it up and swing with that Lele, which I wouldn't recommend. But yeah, there you go. Brings up the Routes, draws return. Energy, rare candy. Why did he do that? Why need rare candy first and then spring? I guess. To each their own. So he drew 5 from artillery. Attacks for knockout. Showing his hand to his opponent. He has 8 cards in his hand, which is a lot. Well, actually 9 cards. His opponent used max elixir, and I think he failed it. Yeah, he failed it. Attaches DC to Sylvally. Plays Sycamore. Draw 7 cards. Gets a Genesect. So this Genesect, we didn't really see it too much throughout the tournament, but when he used it, he was scary. So he attacks with Sylvally, attaches an energy to that Genesect, which we're going to see that Genesect put in work. He plays Ultra Ball, he's searching his deck, and he adds... he gets a Gardevoir, which he has a Curly on the bench, so he's going to evolve that. Uses Spring, attaches energy. Plays Guzma, right? Yeah. Guzma switches out the Gardevoir for the Genesect. He's doing some math in his head. Spring, touch another DCE, choice span. Oh, there we go. Artillery for 5. Max Potion heals that Gardevoir on the bench, which is really, really important. But yeah. So I don't know. I blinked, I guess. Because I don't know why his prizes are face up. He's running maybe Talmap or maybe Celesteela's GX move or something. I don't know. I should have been paying attention, but I didn't. That's my bad. But yeah. Plays Lele. Gets a Guzma. Guzma's up the Gardevoir that doesn't have any energy. Attacks and passes turn. And then he gets the Guzma for the win. Okay. So here's where it gets interesting, guys. So time is going to be called very soon. Okay. And when time is called, they go to sudden death. Bam. I know it feels short for you guys because I shortened the video for you guys. I don't want you guys to sit here for an hour watching us play. So I shorten it up and I give you guys play-by-play to the best of my abilities, of course, because I'm new to this. I'm not good at commentating. But yeah. But they go into game 3. And Emmanuel starts. He gets Lele, plays Bridget. He's searching his deck. He gets a Registeel, Celesteela, and a Type No. Which, for this deck, that's pretty much the initial start for all your Pokemon. Touches an energy Type No, passes turn. Eric then plays Parallel City. He gets rid of that Tapu Lele. They both shuffle because he plays an N, and they're going to draw 6 cards. Touches energy to Lele, passes turn. Evolves Sylvally, attaches DCE, and attacks for 120. No energies in bench, so he can't attach to anything. Gets a Bridget, which is really good because he was about to get donked, which isn't good. He's gonna play 3 things on the bench. He gets a Remoraid and 2 Routes, I believe. That's what I would get. Actually, no. For this matchup, I'd get an Eevee, but I don't think he was running the Sylveon build. I think he was just running straight Brokenvoir. Pays the retreat cost, throws out that fairy Routes, and passes turn. So Emmanuel doesn't do anything. He just attacks. I guess they're both pretty much stuck. So Eric evolves into Octillery. Use Super Rod to return 2 things to his deck, which was the Rods and the Fairy Energy. 3 for 5. Oh no, Sycamore draws 7 cards. Sorry about that. Plays a Rots. Plays a Rare Candy. Gets the Gallade. Premonition for 5. He's looking at his hand. He's only going to be able to draw one of these cards, but he can... So the thing with Premonition, you can draw one card, but you can also set out what you're going to draw the next turn. That's always good strategical plays for using Premonition. So Octillery for 1. He gets the DCE and attacks for knockout because Sylvally's weak against fighting. So yeah. Field Blower gets rid of the Parallel City and the Choice Band. Ultra Ball discards a Psychic Memory, and a Fighting Memory, I believe, and searches his deck. He's probably gonna get a Sylvally. That's what I would get. Oh, he gets a Lily. Oh, that too. To get N. Yeah. Which N isn't that great right now because if you think about it, yeah, you're gonna N, but your opponent has an Octillery. He's gonna draw an extra card, and you're making it easier for him to discard his hand. But yeah, I don't know what that is on the bench. That's kind of like a surprise visitor. Anyways, Regiseal attaches an energy to Celesteela. So it's Eric's turn. Max Potion heals up that Gallade, drops an N. Yeah, I kind of want to say that wasn't the play, but the thing is he, yeah, I guess that's one way of going about it. Anyways, Premonition. He rearranges 5 cards. Just probably digging for that DC. Auxiliary. Draws. Rare Candy, another Gallade. So he's running the 2/2 Gallade, another Premonition. Switches that around and passes turn. So no attack, no energy attachment, which is kind of bad. But yeah. I honestly don't remember what that is, but I'll probably find out once I do the deck profile video. And it's a psychic Pokemon. That's all I can see from here. So this is where time is called. They had gone into turns already, and here's where we go into sudden death, which is always fun. But yeah. So for those of you that don't know, and this is the second time you hear about it if you watched my previous video, sudden death, how it works is you reroll. So it's kind of like a brand new game. So you reroll to see who goes first or second. You draw 7 cards, you set up just like you would any other match. The only thing is you only put out 1 prize. And as you just saw, Eric almost put out 6 prizes, but you don't need 6 prizes. You just need the 1. And it's pretty much whoever gets that prize first wins. Little fun fact, the match before this, Eric did another sudden death, and his opponent played an N and drew 6 cards. So it was a prize penalty. Eric didn't want to win that way, but because Eric is a judge and there were judges there hosting the event, they had to abide by the rules. And because the opponent drew extra cards, he had to take a prize penalty. And Eric made him take that prize penalty. So yeah. So he gets a routes. Parallel City. Doesn't search with the Lele. And drops the N. I honestly don't remember how this match goes. But I knew we were all like grinding our teeth. Attaches DC to the type No. Plays the N. Oh man. Does 30 damage. Oh, that's right. Eric didn't get anything. So yeah, so that pretty much sums it up. He attacked it twice, and that was game. There you guys have it. That was semifinals of our League Cup that we had out in Hesperia. That's going to be it for me today. This will be the last video upload today. Tomorrow, like I promised, you guys are going to get double dose of finals. One version in English, one version in Spanish. Do not murder me for my Spanish. My Spanish is great and all, but it isn't perfect. So yeah, just a heads up. Anyways, guys, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure to share the video for anybody that wants to know what semifinals look like in Hesperia. Thank you guys again, and I'll see you guys next time.